All right, how's it going, everybody? It is your boy, Amen Trades, also known as NQ Amen. I want to talk to you guys about, just really about, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know how to express this, but I want to express myself, and I really want to talk to the camera about every single life decision I made and every single life-altering decision I made to get me to where I am today and why I am the person I am today. And coming from someone who wasn't really super fortunate and, came from damn near poverty to lower class, and no disrespect to my parents, I'm super grateful for them and I'm super grateful for the opportunities they gave me, because if I was in any other different situation, if I was in any other wealthier life class, and if I was even in middle class family, I think I would really not be where I am today, and I really think I wouldn't have taken the actions that was necessary to get to where I am today and build the character I am right now. And being able to kind of articulate myself on camera, being able to express my thoughts, being able to speak as a high wealthy individual, even though I'm really not, and even though I was able to bring myself to this position, bring myself at 18 years old to Miami in a high rise, living fully off of trading and being able to teach people how to trade and being able to teach people how to overcome psychological issues and being able to just give them the roadmap to success, right? And over my years and over my 3 years of fully just drowning myself in education, drowning myself in just doubts of thoughts and thinking what the fuck am I going to become? Who am I going to become? What person, what type of individual do I want to become by the end of this time frame, right? What is my purpose with trading? And one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is the fact that trading really shows you what's possible, and trading really brings you to higher levels in just your character, because who you are outside of trading dictates who you're going to be in the charts. And the more that I realized that, the more that I want to work on every single issue that I've ever had in my life. And a lot of those issues were being depressed, being not disciplined, not having control over my emotions, being super, super reactive with a lot of things. And I wasn't thinking critically most of my life. And that was due to my psychological, protection area, where I was trying to protect myself psychologically from any mishaps, any bad experiences, getting my heart broken, whatever the case might be. I was really just focusing on building myself and building my character through trading. And getting into trading was the worst and the best decision of my life, because I fear that if I never got into trading, I would be so comfortable in life to the point where I really wouldn't know what to do. And I would just show up every day like a blur and live life like a blur. Sleep, do the same things on repeat, work for someone else, live a minimum wage job, work for myself, work for my people around me, and just really barely living and just showing up to life with zero and absolute effort. And I don't really know how to explain this here, but I do want to say something, that it is 5 a.m. in the morning. I didn't have any sleep last night, and I was really worried. I wasn't worried, but I was overthinking about my success, and I was overthinking about the type of person who I'm becoming and my character and who I want to preach and who I truly, and what I want to just become in life. And, I feel like with everything that I've done, I'm super grateful for the success and super grateful for the outcome from my works over the years. And I think that truly being able to trade and being able to really live my life the way I wanted it to and the way I designed it to be at 18 years old is honestly magnificent. But I truly feel like I haven't accomplished anything, and it's crazy. I have such big goals for myself. I have set such high standards for myself, and I show up every single day no matter what. And I show up every single day no matter what. And I go through the trials and tribulations, and I learn from my mistakes. And being 18 years old and really not having, being super constructive and super picky about the things that I do and just my lifestyle and what I want to become and the type of person I want to become, it's just, I have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. And I did sacrifice a lot of stuff going to my years, and going to my 16 and 17 years of age. I had dropped out of high school, damn near. I didn't literally drop out, but I dropped everything in high school. I dropped everything in high school that I was doing. I was failing classes. I was failing all my relationships with my family, with my friends, with my teachers. I was failing everything because of trading, right? And trading got me to my lowest points in my life, but it's brought me to the highest points of my life, right? Which is the craziest thing ever. And you would think that like I would have given up. I would have truly given up, and I would have gone to a point where I would accept the defeat, but I didn't. I never accepted defeat, and I just kept pushing through, and I kept literally drilling my mind and burdening myself because I wanted to achieve something that was so unrealistic. But I believed truly in my head, and because of my ego, that I was able to achieve it. And what did I do? I achieved that set goal, and I achieved that set desire. And that set desire was to be the top 1% in trading, be the top 1%, and be a beaten statistic that I could literally achieve money from the markets and pull out money from the markets whenever I wanted to. And this is one of the biggest and greatest things that I've ever done, was sticking to trading. All those sacrifices I made, all those conversations with my parents and my mom and my dad, repeatedly telling them that I'm going to make it from trading, I'm going to be successful from trading, and I do not need school to do so. And I did not need them, I did not need school, and I didn't need anybody else that doubted me. And all I needed was my mind and my subconscious mind to believe that I was able to achieve that. My desire in my brain that was telling me that I was going to achieve that level of success was the level of delusion that got me to my life right now. It's the reasoning I am, and to the reason I am where I am today, right? And I don't know that if a lot of you guys are probably going through the same thing I'm going through right now, but that level of self-doubt from your parents, from your friends, from the people around you that don't believe in you. And to be fair, you don't need that. You don't need that belief. You don't need them to believe in you. All you need is yourself. All you need is your self-delusion, because self-delusion is literally what's going to grab you from this point in life, from the shittiest point of your life to the greatest point of your life. It is a linear chart. The shittiest point of your life is literally, it cannot go lower. On a linear chart, it starts at a base point. That base point is where you're currently at. All they can do is slowly grind up, and what happens? You have a learning curve, and you just spike up. And it's a linear curve on a chart. That is how your life becomes. That is how a lot of these successful people become. And that is exactly what happened to my life. Not even 8 months ago, 7 months ago, I think, I had gotten a job at Best Buy. I had gotten a job at Best Buy to work at Geek Squad, a job that was my dream job in a sense, that I was desiring for at 16 years old. I desired that job at 16 years old. I was like, all right, at 16 years old, I'm getting these certificates, I'm achieving this level, my A+, CompTIA, my Security Plus, and I'm going to get a job at Geek Squad. Why at 16 years old was that my desire? I could not tell you, but I was there at that point, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a job at Geek Squad at 18 years old, and that is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna use that to kind of say I did that, because at a point I was like, I'm gonna be 18, I'm gonna be able to get a job at Geek Squad. I have the skill set to do so, I have the experience to do so, and everything I've done is gonna get me there. At 18 years old, when I turned 18, when I came back in August, which was not even 6 months ago, I got a job at Geek Squad. I was able to get a job at Geek Squad. I got accepted. I took the opportunity, and I was there for not even a month. Why? Because I hit my first biggest fucking month in trading, and that was $45,000. That was $45,000 off of futures. Working a job at Geek Squad, I requested $45K in that month, in that time span of that month, and I fucking quit. And I quit my job at Geek Squad, and I told myself, I'm never working a job ever fucking again. Because during that time while I was working at Geek Squad, I was telling myself, I'm going to stick to trading, I'm going to stick to following my rules, I'm going to stick to my system that I know works, and I don't have that pressure outside of trading, I don't have that pressure in trading because I don't have any other sources of income. And that baseline, those bi-weekly paychecks that were coming into my account, gave me that level of security to, one, fund my necessities that I needed, fund my requirements. I wasn't paying rent, I wasn't paying insurance, I wasn't paying anything too crazy, but I was having a decent lifestyle to fund into trading, to invest into accounts, to invest into myself as an individual, and that is what I did. I used that Best Buy, I used those paychecks, I used that security to fund my trading, and I stuck to it. And I told myself, I'm not going to break my rules, I'm not going to do XYZ, I'm not going to trade during Asia, and I'm going to follow a strict regimen, and that is exactly what I did. When I followed that, during that whole month, My life was a linear curve. It was at baseline, damn near rock bottom shit where I was waiting for bi-weekly paychecks to then requesting payouts, to then max out the payouts and then spiking my life. My life absolutely changed. What did I do that following month after? During November, I decided to look for a high-rise apartment to fully move out of my parents' crib because my parents' crib was stopping me and it was capping me at a certain point because of the environment that I was in. I felt like I was able to achieve a lot more and I knew that I was able to achieve a lot more, so I told myself, I'm out of my parents' crib. I'm gonna put myself in an uncomfortable position and I'm going to go move into a high-rise apartment in Miami. Now, once I did that, that was the click of it. That was the click of it all. Everything just clicked. I moved out. I was at Best Buy not even 5 months ago. I went from Best Buy to living paycheck to paycheck to living in Miami at 18 years old, funding my lifestyle, not having to rely on anyone, not owing anyone any dues, and being able to live freely by myself and being able to achieve what I knew was destined for me and what I knew what I was able to accomplish. And that is the true level of freedom that you guys are able to achieve when you guys truly stick to your system and you guys trade robotically. Because I preach this a multitude of times. It does not matter what you are trading. It does not matter what system or strategy you trade. As long as you stick to your system and strategy and you stick to know what works and you have an actual valid system that works, all you need to do is trade that system robotically. That removes the human and psychological and emotional factor into trading, and you are going to be able to achieve that level of success and those consistent payouts and all that lifestyle you dream of. Because 10K months are the baseline. That is the baseline in your life. That is where you're like, okay, I know it's possible. I'm able to achieve this. Now I just need to scale up. Do what you did to get that 10K a month, to get to those 50K, to get to those 100K months. It is that simple. Your life is a game. What do you do in GTA, right? You rob a bank. You rob a bank once, okay? You get better equipment, you get better guns, you get better cars, you hire people, you scale up, then you hire bigger banks, and then you make more money from those heists. It is the same thing with trading and the same psychological application in trading. You need to start with one baseline. Start with a Dunkin' Donuts, start with a coffee shop, start with a grocery store. Hit a robbery, hit a heist on that grocery store. Take those consistent 1K payouts. Start, just pay yourself out, whatever you can. Then add back in, reinvest into what got you that 1K. Buy better guns, buy better equipment, hire more people to hire bigger banks, or to rob bigger banks. Do what you need to do as necessary to scale your trading, to scale your life as an individual, and grow. Again, it is 5 in the morning. I decided to come out here and just talk to you guys and make a psychological lecture. Because I know that I don't talk to the camera a lot, and I know that my goal is to talk to the camera for this year. Even the years coming, and I do want to express myself. I want to express my thoughts because I think I have a very interesting way of thinking, and I feel like at my age, at 18 years old, a lot of people can learn from me. Even though I'm young and my frontal lobe hasn't fully developed and I'm still a little retarded, again, that's perfectly fine. I still had to go through all the things that you guys are going through right now, and I have the roadmap to success. And again, it is from the experience that I've learned, all the trials and tribulations, all the years of mistakes, all the years of getting shit on, all the years of getting doubted, all the years of doubting myself, all the years of just going through shit, going back to zero, restarting my life. All that I had to go through. And that's a part of the game. You have to owe the game a couple of years in order to achieve that level of success. Remember that. Now, I don't really know where to end this video off, to be honest. But if I were to leave you guys off with something, it would be to never give up, truly never give up. Now, the life that you desire is on the other side of the work that you are not doing. Now, the life you desire is on the other side of the work that you are not doing. Remember that. You guys are capable of achieving a lot. You guys are human beings. If you were able to vision it, you were able to achieve it. God did not put that vision in your brain for no fucking reason. All right? I love y'all boys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to see more content like this, I will be posting more videos, and I absolutely love y'all, and I will be making more content very soon. It is 5 in the morning. I really don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, but besides, doing my necessities, doing what I'm required to do every single day. But again, I live freely at 18 years old. I'm super, super grateful to God. I'm super grateful for everything that I've been through, and I'm super grateful for my lifestyle right now. And again, I still need to achieve a lot more, and I still want to grow, and I want you guys to watch me grow, and I want you guys to watch me achieve these crazy levels of success and hit these crazy milestones, and I want you guys to be a part of this. So I love every single one of y'all boys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys have any questions, join the Discord, at me in general, at me and Ask Amen. I'll answer your questions, and I love every single one of y'all boys. Peace out.